Imagine you walk into a bank, sit down, and realize you have no idea if your money is actually in the right place. What if you're earning way less interest than you could? Or worse, what if your bank is quietly charging you fees that eat away at your hard-earned cash? Today, I'm going to show you how to pick the best savings account for you, step by step. And stick with me, because near the end I'll reveal one thing most people completely overlook when opening a savings account, and it could cost you thousands of dollars over time. Number 1. Understand what a savings account really does. A savings account is a safe place to store money while earning interest. The money is protected by the bank, and in most cases in the USA, it's insured by the FDIC up to $250,000. That means if the bank fails, your money is still safe. But not all savings accounts are created equal. Some earn you more interest, while others quietly drain your balance with fees. For example, imagine two friends, Sarah and Mike. Sarah keeps $5,000 in a savings account that earns 0.01% interest. At the end of the year, she earns only 50 cents. Mike, on the other hand, moves his money to a high-yield online savings account, earning 4%. By the end of the year, he makes $200. Same amount of money, completely different outcome. Number 2, pay attention to interest rates. This is the number one reason people switch accounts. The interest rate determines how fast your money grows. Right now, many online banks offer high-yield savings accounts that pay far more than traditional brick-and-mortar banks. Think of it like planting seeds. If you plant them in poor soil, you'll barely see growth. But in rich soil, you'll see healthy plants. Your money works the same way. Let's say you have $10,000 saved. At a traditional bank with 0.01%, you'd make about $1 in interest in a year. At 4%, you'd make about $400. Which would you choose? Number 3, watch out for fees. Banks love to sneak in fees. Monthly maintenance fees, minimum balance fees, withdrawal fees. These can eat into your savings without you even realizing. For example, if your bank charges a $10 monthly maintenance fee, that's $120 a year gone. Imagine how many groceries that could buy. The best savings accounts don't charge maintenance fees and don't require you to keep a huge balance just to avoid penalties. Number 4, check for minimum balance requirements. Some banks demand you keep a certain amount of money in your account at all times. If you fall below that, you'll get charged a fee. This is like renting an apartment where the landlord says, you can't use the kitchen unless you pay extra. Ridiculous, right? A good savings account should not punish you for having a lower balance, especially if you're just starting your savings journey. Number 5, consider accessibility and convenience. Can you easily transfer money between accounts? Does the bank offer a mobile app? How long does it take to move money in and out? Imagine you suddenly need $500 for an emergency car repair. If your savings account makes you wait 3 business days, that's a problem. A good account should let you transfer quickly, ideally within minutes or hours. Also think about ATM access. Some online savings accounts don't offer ATM cards, so you'll need to transfer money to your checking account first. That's fine as long as it's quick and easy. Number 6, look into FDIC insurance. This one is critical. Always make sure the bank is FDIC insured, or if it's a credit union, that it has NCUA insurance. This protects your money up to $250,000. Without this, if the bank collapses, you could lose everything. That's a nightmare scenario nobody wants. Most reputable banks and credit unions are insured, but always double-check before depositing your money. Number 7, compare traditional banks and online banks. Traditional banks like Wells Fargo or Bank of America may feel safe because they have physical branches. But online banks often offer much higher interest rates because they don't have the overhead of running branches. For example, Ally Bank and Marcus by Goldman Sachs are online only, and they often pay far more interest than big-name brick-and-mortar banks. It's like choosing between shopping at a big mall where prices are higher or ordering online where you get better deals delivered straight to your door. Number 8, understand withdrawal limits. By law, savings accounts used to have a limit of 6 withdrawals per month. While this federal rule has been relaxed, many banks still enforce their own limits. If you constantly move money in and out, you may get charged fees or even have your account converted to a Checking account. Think of your savings account as a safe deposit box, not a daily spending account. It's meant to store money and let it grow, not for constant transactions. Number 9. Watch out for introductory rates. Some banks lure customers in with high introductory rates that only last a few months. After that, the rate drops dramatically. For example, a bank might offer 5% for 3 months, then drop it to 0.5%. You'd think you're making great money, then suddenly your growth slows down. Always check if the rate is permanent or temporary. Number 10. Consider customer service and reviews. A savings account may look good on paper, but what happens if you run into trouble? Is the customer service helpful, or will you be stuck on hold for hours? Look at online reviews. See how other customers describe their experience. You want a bank that treats you like a person, not just an account number. Number 11. Look for extra features. Some savings accounts come with perks like automatic transfers, goal-setting tools, or even round-up features that automatically move spare change into savings. For example, some banks round up your purchase to the nearest dollar and transfer the difference into your savings account. If you spend $3.75 on coffee, the bank moves 25 cents into savings. Over time, these little amounts add up. Number 12. Match the account to your goal. This is where most beginners go wrong. They open the first account they see without thinking about what the money is for. If your goal is to build an emergency fund, you need quick access and no fees. If your goal is to save for a house in a few years, a high-yield account with steady interest may be best. And if your goal is to stash money you don't need for a while, you might consider a certificate of deposit or CD, which usually pays higher interest but locks your money for a set period. Number 13. Don't forget about inflation. Here's the big mistake most people don't even realize they're making. If your savings account pays less than the inflation rate, your money is actually losing value over time. For example, if inflation is 3% and your bank pays 0.5%, the money you worked so hard to save is shrinking in real value. That's why it's so important to pick an account with the highest interest rate possible, ideally above inflation, so your money doesn't quietly lose its power. Number 14. Always compare before you commit. Don't just walk into the nearest bank and say yes. Take time to compare options. There are dozens of comparison websites that show you the latest interest rates, fees, and features, side by side. Think of it like shopping for a car. You wouldn't buy the first one you see without comparing prices, features, and reliability. Your savings account deserves the same attention. Number 15. The secret that most people overlook. Here's the part one promised earlier. Most people pick a savings account once and never revisit it. But interest rates change. Banks compete for customers. The account that was best last year may not be the best today. Smart savers review their account at least once a year and switch if they find a better option. It's like giving yourself a raise without doing any extra work. Number 16. Check for linked checking account options. Some savings accounts work best when linked to a checking account at the same bank. This makes it easy to move money instantly between the two. For example, if your savings account is with the same bank as your checking, you may get perks like instant transfers or waived fees. Number 17. Watch for bonus offers. Many banks offer sign-up bonuses if you open a new savings account and deposit a certain amount. For example, a bank might give you $200 if you deposit $10,000 and keep it there for 3 months. It's free money for doing something you were going to do anyway. Number 18. Evaluate mobile app quality. A savings account may have great rates, but if the app is clunky and hard to use, you'll get frustrated. Look for banks with well-rated apps that let you easily track your balance, set savings goals, and transfer money. If you're saving for multiple things, like a vacation and an emergency fund, some apps even let you create sub-accounts or buckets. Number 19. Think about future upgrades. Some banks make it easy to graduate from a savings account to other products like certificates of deposit or investment accounts. If you plan to grow your wealth long-term, choosing a bank that gives you smooth options later can save you time and hassle. Number 20. Consider credit union savings accounts. Credit unions are not-for-profit and often give higher interest rates than big banks. They also may have fewer fees. For example, A local credit union might offer 4.5% interest when a national bank is only giving 3.5%. Number 21. Look into automatic savings features. Some banks let you set up recurring transfers, like moving $50 every Friday into savings. This helps build the habit of saving without you needing to think about it. It's like putting your money on autopilot. Number 22. Test the transfer speed. Some banks hold your money for days before you can use it. Others move your funds within minutes. If you're building an emergency fund, faster is better. Always check how long it takes to get your money when you need it most. Number 23. Pay attention to compounding frequency. Banks calculate interest either daily, monthly, or annually. Daily compounding helps your money grow faster. For example, if you deposit $10,000, daily compounding could earn you slightly more than monthly compounding over time. Number 24. See if they offer joint accounts. If you're saving with a partner or spouse, a joint savings account might be helpful. It allows both of you to deposit and withdraw money for shared goals like buying a home or building an emergency fund together. Number 25. Check for overdraft protection. Sometimes savings accounts can be linked to your checking account as a backup. If your checking account runs out of money, funds from your savings are automatically transferred to cover the shortfall. This can save you from expensive overdraft fees. Now you know how to pick the best savings account. You understand interest rates, fees, accessibility, insurance, and even the hidden danger of inflation. But the real power comes from taking action. So here's my question for you. If you had to open a savings account today, would you choose convenience with a traditional bank or chase higher returns with an online bank? I'd love to know what you think, so drop your thoughts in the comments.